Explain to me as a woman, how can you wear that and also complain and post it and also complain that you don't like being sexualized?
Here's the part that I like about the backlash. Clearly, it's something that a lot of people can't take. So if it's something that you can't take, maybe you shouldn't expose yourself to the backlash and provoking the backlash.
When discussing Angel Reese's most recent social media prank, Stephen A. Smith wasn't holding back. Her actions have caused disappointment and indignation, demonstrating a total lack of regard for the accountability that accompanies her position. After being the WNBA's top rebounder, Reese vanished from Instagram entirely.
She's a beautiful young lady. And there's a lot of beautiful young ladies in the WNBA. But when you do that, you can't come down the line and complain about being objectified later on. It's not going to work with people. Whether it's right or wrong, it's not going to work.
This is among those tales that cause other athletes to reconsider their social media strategies. Naturally, though, Stephen Smith will not give her a free pass. Reese reminded him of Caitlin Clark. Smith didn't hold back, to put it mildly. Caitlin is managing her brand like a pro, but Angel, he asked, "What are you doing, girl?"
Caitlin Clark, the reason I bring up Caitlin Clark is because they're attached at the hip with one another, which means they're ultimately going to be compared, Tori. And when you look at Caitlin Clark is balling. She's a rookie of the year. She was one of the finalists for the MVP honors as a rookie, breaking all types of records. She should have been on Team USA. She didn't choose to play in an unrivaled league. Her brand building has been incredibly impressive.
Angel Reese made a big impression with her outfit selection, leaving little room for interpretation and undoubtedly drawing attention to herself. Even though Reese is no stranger to the limelight, her on-court prowess wasn't the main attraction this time. Actually, it was her provocative outfit. What about the backlash? Yes, it was really cruel. So much so that on New Year's Day, she deleted her Instagram account. Although it has returned, did that action suffice to defuse the situation?
Let's call it what it is. I am not trying to say that she should be criticized or she is wrong. What I'm saying is by pulling it down, clearly you felt there was something wrong with it.
It appears from reading between the lines that she may have received more negative feedback than she had anticipated. At the age of 22, Reese is managing her public persona and sports career, and this event may have an effect on both. Stephen A. Smith entered the discussion as everyone was still digesting what had happened, and I promise you'll want to hear his thoughts on Reese's surprise for the new year.
Yes, you are 22. Yes, you are young. And there's a lot of things that we didn't want people to know about when we were her age. Fair enough, especially me, okay? Because I'm 30 plus years removed from that age. I got that part. There was no social media then or whatever. But here's my point to you. She knows this social media. She is not dumb. She's quite a brilliant young lady. She's very smart, very accomplished. And on top of it all, she is in this age where she does know social media exists. And she has exploited it to her advantage. And so when you take that into consideration, that means you're mindful of the imagery and the perception that you're assisting in creating about yourself.
You know exactly what happened next if you've ever heard someone say, "I'm not angry, I'm just disappointed." Stephen A. became a mentor.
Caitlin Clark, the reason I bring up Caitlin Clark is because they're attached at the hip with one another, which means they're ultimately going to be compared, Tori. And when you look at Caitlin Clark is balling. She's a rookie of the year. She was one of the finalists for the league MVP honors as a rookie, breaking all types of records. She should have been on Team USA. She didn't choose to play in an unrivaled league. Her brand building has been incredibly impressive.
It's her life, her rules, some could remark. Yes, but in reality, there's a reaction to every action. You received attention when you posted those photos, but was it the kind of attention you were looking for? Most likely not. However, there is more. You won't believe who Smith picked as the gold standard when he began comparing players. Caitlin Clark. Clark has been quietly doing her thing, dominating basketball and maintaining a professional demeanor while everyone else has been enmeshed in this turmoil.
Have to be cognizant that no matter how you step out of your house, you are now Angel Reese. And you will always be picked apart, unfortunately. It comes with the crown. You're a queen. You're beautiful, you know? So you just have to remember that if you aren't ready for the scrutiny, if you're not ready for the heat, then, you know, you just got to be mindful that what comes with it. You have to be mindful with what comes with it.
There is no better way for Smith to put it. Caitlin Clark is a shining example of professionalism and attention, but Angel Reese is too preoccupied with being sucked into her own controversies. She won Rookie of the Year and was a rookie finalist for League MVP, letting her abilities speak for themselves. It's no surprise that Angel Reese usually comes off as insufficient when the two are compared. However, the harsh reality is that Angel Reese's decisions are inconsistent with someone who want to be regarded seriously. In addition to complaining about the inevitable objectification and criticism that follow, she has brought attention to herself in ways that diminish her skill. You can't have both of them. Caitlin Clark has demonstrated that creating a brand doesn't require antics or aggressive actions. She has maintained her concentration on the game, and the outcomes are self-evident.
And I have told countless women over the years in this industry, the bosses are always watching. Whether directly or indirectly, there's always eyes on you.
At that moment, Stephen Smith's visitor interrupted and made fun of Reese, saying that she was thirsty for any kind of attention. She seems to be shouting, "Look at me," while everyone else is concentrating on the game. And let's face it, people, you don't really want that type of attention. Smith went one step farther and implied that Reese's WNBA career would actually suffer as a result. There's no denying that teams are observing. Any team thinking about investing in an athlete should be wary if they start to be renowned more for their off-court turmoil than their on-court accomplishments. Your reputation is just as crucial in professional sports as your performance. Reese's off-court conduct is currently taking center stage in the conversation, which is not encouraging. What will Angel Reese be known for, is the question. Is it her remarkable abilities on the court or her attention-grabbing antics and controversies off it? This has more to do with professional integrity and career longevity than it does with public opinion. A player's career can be improved by having a solid reputation, which can lead to lucrative contracts and sponsorship deals. Conversely, a damaged reputation can prevent opportunities from ever being explored.
You see some of her TikTok posts? Like, she's literally held up an outline after getting waxed. You can literally see all of her business there outlined in blue wax.
Let's take a moment to discuss Caitlin Clark. She has encountered difficulties, but what distinguishes her is the poise and maturity with which she has handled them. Caitlin stays focused on her game, which is what counts most. She upholds a level of professionalism both on and off the court, which appeals to sponsors and supporters. She is considered a rising star with a bright future because she is not just a gifted athlete, but also a role model who upholds her moral principles. Caitlin is aware of the accountability that comes with being the center of attention. Every action she takes is closely watched, but she manages it with grace. She takes on challenges head-on and keeps her career as her top priority. She has gained such respect in the athletics world in part because of her calm, steady demeanor. On the other hand, Reese's career has been characterized by the chaos she has caused for herself. Despite her brilliance, it's difficult to overlook the amount of drama and controversy she causes with her social media posts.
Explain to me as a woman, how can you wear that and also complain and post it and also complain that you don't like being sexualized? What is the take here?
Reese is more concerned with leveraging her internet profile to promote herself than she is with the game. In addition to harming her reputation, the ongoing turmoil she feeds through her posts has caused needless diversions. Reese has experienced some severe hardships, such as death threats and media sexualization, but it's crucial to acknowledge that she has also contributed to the mayhem by her own deeds.
Look, again, I have no issue with women who want to make money based on their sexuality, right? More power to you, do whatever you want. But don't whine to me that you've been far too sexualized and then post the photos that have been posted.
It becomes even more intriguing. Let's discuss how an athlete's career can be significantly impacted by social media. As everyone knows, social media is a potent tool that enables athletes to engage with their followers, establish their brand, and even take charge of the narrative surrounding their personal and professional life. However, it also has the potential to quickly blow up any errors or disputes, with possible long-term repercussions. Reese's social media presence has become more of a hassle than a benefit. Her professionalism and trustworthiness are being undermined by her frequent deletions and posts, as well as by public arguments. Let's take another look at Clark. She knows just how to use social media to highlight her achievements and maintain a positive public image. Clark is aware that what you put out there stays out there, and she considers the potential impact it may have on her future professional success. She understands that each tweet, post, and comment contributes to her brand and may have long-term consequences. She is therefore making use of these platforms to improve her reputation and establish a good rapport with her audience. However, Reese doesn't appear to completely understand or perhaps just ignore the long-term consequences, since she is too focused on the quick gratification that social media can provide. Managing your digital footprint is just as important as managing your game in a world where everything is constantly online.